I'm going to go ahead and continue and take a look at the bridge. I'm not bothered about the intonation yet. I do want to get the bridge off the deck a little bit, in order that using the tremolo arm I can move it both ways. So before I do the string heights, I'll not get too technical with the string heights and what have you, because firstly I'm not too technical, and secondly I'll just basically try and set this up how suits myself. Got two options: tighten up the springs, or remove a spring so there's not as much tension. The springs are pulling the block that way, and it's obviously pulling the base plate of the bridge upwards towards the body. So I've probably got two options. I can either remove springs. I think I definitely need to leave two on. I've never seen a guitar with one on before. Whether it would work is a different kettle of fish. I don't know, I've never tried it. If anyone has and it works, just leave a message in the comments, then we all know. Okay, so two springs. There's a little bit more movement there, slightly off the off of the body. So if I release these a little bit as well, and then what I'll do is, because I don't know exactly just what tension we have on the strings, because they're not actually tuned up yet, we'll bob a tuner in, get those up to probably the correct tension, and then that will give me as an idea where the bridge is going to be raised up. So this is the point where I plug the tuner in and find out that I've not used it for that long, that the battery's flat, and I don't have any spare batteries. Well, that makes a change. It's telling me that the battery's got plenty in it, so that's great. All I need now is the wiring to work, and to get a reading from the pickups. We shall find that one out in a second. So let's turn the volume up and the tone up, and let's see if we have bob this down here. I don't know if you can see that at all. Put that way a little bit. You may be able to just see that, prop it up somewhere. And let's see if we've got anything. Turn it on first, it always helps. And nothing there. Right, we have movement there, so it's maybe slightly worrying that the neck pickup isn't working. These are a set I got off eBay. I presume they are all working. Just going to give the string a bit of a stretch. Okay, it's sounding more like it. So looking at the bridge, I'll turn that off for a minute. Looking at the bridge, you can see it's raised quite a lot off the body there, and that's now we've got the tension on the strings. That's quite a lot, is that? So what I think I'm going to do is try and bob this spring back on. I still do want it raised off the body, but I want it not quite that much. I'll bob that spring back in. And yeah, that's still pretty high there. I don't know if you can see from that angle. Still pretty high. So what we'll do is we'll fasten these screws a bit tighter, and that'll pull the bridge a bit closer to the body. Obviously it's going to affect the tuning as well, so once this is done I'll have to retune. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's brought that down. Just have a look at what's happened with the tuning. Yeah, it's all dropped flat again. And again, retuning this is probably going to pull the bridge up again a little bit more. That one's actually gone sharp. Yeah, so that one, the E string had gone flat, but the others have gone sharp for some strange reason. So this'll ease the pressure on the neck as well now, and that's just lowering it to. I think it's lowering it. It's taking a bit of tension off, so it should be gradually pulling a little bit closer. Closer to the body again. No, sorry, away from the body actually. Don't know what I'm talking about half the time. So right, anyway, we've got to that stage. I think an ideal position for the bridge, if we bob the tremolo arm on, if you want to use it not just for diving, but to have a little bit of tension pulling back as well. An ideal we'll probably be taking it maybe for a tone, maybe a tone and a half from the B B string up to a C. So if we say, if you can still see the tuner. It's not digital, it's an old-fashioned thing. I've had it a lot of years, this. So that's a B, and to go up to a C, which is a tone, should take you to about the +50 there. So if I raise the tremolo now, and that's not bad. That's taking it to roughly the same place. Yeah, so I think I'll be reasonably happy with leaving that where it is now, without doing too much more to it. So all the screws and everything can just basically stay in that position. I'll just take the tremolo arm out now. I don't want it in for turning the guitar over and what have you all the time. I'll put the back plate back on off camera. So what we need to be looking at now, I think, is if I can find said Allen key. And that's lovely. It's not from what came with the bridge. It's from some archery equipment that I have. So what we're looking for now. I'll just adjust the camera if I can. Excuse all the messy workshop. Basically, we need to be able to play each fret without getting any buzz, really. I'm getting some buzz there. Yeah, I might suggest try that again. Might be just my picking style there. So I can go down, just double check that one more time. I'll just check the neck at the moment for straightness, because once you put a bit of tension on the strings, you will get a bit of relief in the neck. We don't want too much. Yeah, and there probably is a little bit too much of a bend on that. So I'll just find the Allen key. Found the right Allen key. So I'm just putting some tension on the truss rod, because that is fairly quite a lot of relief in that. Quite as easy when you've got the strings on. If I remember rightly, it's not a good idea to adjust the truss rod with the strings at tension, for fear of breaking the truss rod. So I shall adhere by the advice and take the tension off the strings while I do this. It'll probably pay me anyway rather than risking breaking the strings, to tell you the truth. So I'm turning this truss rod clockwise, which it should start straightening things up a little bit. It seems to be doing so. And so it was an old guitar and it wasn't in particularly great condition. It's probably not been stored particularly well. Probably had a lot of varying atmospheric conditions and what have you over its time, so I'm not sure whether this truss rod's actually doing much, to tell you the truth. I'm getting a lot of turns on it and it doesn't seem to be particularly getting to a point where it's not going to go any further. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure the mechanics of truss rods. I'm sure it shouldn't be going this far, to tell you the truth. Right. I'm not taking it any further. Don't seem to be doing much, and there is some relief in the neck now. So I think what I'll do is I'll tune this back up and then just see what we can do regarding getting the action to the best possible level that we can. So I'll just go through get it somewhere near. To do is just check the strings are running under the string trees again before going too far. Right, okay, it's reasonable. Turn that off again, save the battery. So again, I'm going to come down and we don't have any fret buzz there, so what I'll do is I'm just going to lower the E string on the bridge, just taking the saddle down. Not too much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to retune that up again, because it will have lost its tension. So we get back up to about where it needs to be, and then we try this again. Sorry, press right string. It may help actually if I have something under there just to take the so that, no fret buzz again there. So it's just a case of taking it down gradually, a bit at a time, until we get some fret buzz, and then what we do, we just raise it back up till it's gone. Again, I better just tune that up again. There will be a sort of a set up tolerance as to probably what height, an ideal height the string would be, but I'm not that technical, so I wouldn't actually know what that is. I do like the action to be as low as possible, because I do find it easier to play with a lower action, even though what I do play isn't that particularly good, I don't think, but anyway, that's another story. Again, no fret buzz there. I'm getting this down quite a lot, which I'm quite happy with. Probably means that the fret leveling was reasonable. Each time just taking the tuning back up so the string tension is what it should be. And we just keep going. The saddle nail actually is not far off the actual bridge plate at the moment. So I don't think I'm going to be able to take it that much further anyway. And it's not actually in a playing position either, so it may be different once it's in the playing position. Okay, and we can still go a little bit further. And that will be probably as far as I can go without putting a shimmer or anything under the neck, which you shouldn't need. Okay. that's good. That's pretty good. So that's given me the starting basis, because the bridge is radiused. The fretboard is radiused. Generally, if you can get a little bit radius as you set the bridge up, then it just feels a little bit better. I just want to get some indication of just where the action is there, and I'll just bring the camera around if I can. If you can see that, okay, that's the sort of height of the E string, the bottom E string there, and that's not bad because we weren't getting any buzz, so I'm reasonably happy with that. So yeah, basically what I think I'll do is I'll do the top E string next, and just check that is still where it should be, and again same process. A bit of natural reverb going on there. Don't know if you can hear that. Where that's coming from, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Just seems to be on. That's weird. Just on those 2 frets. Right, okay, so with nothing there, so we'll take that one down. I'm going to take it down a fair bit, just because the bottom E was nearly, well, it's touching the actual bridge plate on the outer Allen bolt, or whatever you call them there. So I'm going to take this one almost down the same and then try it, rather than wasting time going down too gradually. Right, so that is touching the bridge plate, well, just above it now on the E string, so I'll tune that back up, and I'm going to have to just tighten that because the bolts is going to rattle a little bit unless I've got some tension on it. Yeah, I mean the action there is lovely. If that can play with no buzz. Yeah, we're getting a bit of buzz there. Just when we get to the 12th fret. I'm going to start raising this up then. Just a little bit at a time. In fact, tell you the truth, I don't think I retuned it, did I? Last time, so right, yeah, I don't think I retuned it. So I'm going to take that back down again and try and remember to retune this time. I'm not sure if that is fret buzz. Possibly is. I'll take it back up. It is low enough anyway, so I don't think it'll be a problem just taking it back up a little bit. It's quite a comfortable action. We'll just check these lower strings. Again, not quite sure if that's buzz or whether it's just the resonance. Okay, yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. Right, okay, I'm going to do the rest off camera, but you get the principle. Do the same thing with each string, and just try and once a bridge is set, just get some radius which will hopefully match the. I don't have the tools to measure the radius of the fretboard to compare it with a radius here, so it's just a bit of guesswork. But I'll do this off camera, and then we'll come back and see about setting the intonation. Then see if we can get that something like. Okay, so I've gone down and got these down to where I think is an adequate place. The G and the D were lower, but in order to get the sort of curve of the radius of the fretboard, I've just lifted them back up a little bit just to make it feel a bit more comfortable. Now, what I have noticed since doing all this tuning and altering, the bridge now has reverted back to being on the body itself. So I'll just check for the tension on the strings by just retuning everything to where it should be. Near as. Yeah, so the bridge is actually on the body again, so if I want to do the tremolo arm as well as diving, excuse me, as well as dive bombing and want to bring it back the other way, I'm going to have to get that off of the bass of the guitar again. So what I need to do is put some more tension on, take some of the tension off this, so there's more tension pulling on the springs. So I'll just ease the tension on this, or it might be better actually, rather than taking those screws too far out, to actually remove that spring again and see what happens. Right, yeah, taking that spring off is put more tension on the strings, and it has brought the body a little bit further up at the base of the bridge off of the body. I'll just check that again with the tremolo arm and just make sure we're getting that. That's that tone difference between the from the B to the C when we've got it cranked right back. So bob it back on the B. That's the B string. Again, I think we've altered the tuning now, so I'll have to tune back up. I'll just tune the B up actually for the time being. Okay, so if you remember, we said C is going to take it up to just about the 50 plus 50 mark. So if we play that now, and then we're back up to where we planned to be originally. So okay, that's okay. We still do now again need to retune everything up to the right tension. They should be bringing it slightly more actually off the body. So we'll get all the strings back to tension, and then we'll just try that B string again. Just to see what it's doing. Okay, so they're all on tension now. Back to the B, and then see where it takes us. Yeah, it's just about there. Yeah, just about. So we'll leave that as is now, and I shall remove the tremolo arm once again. And the next stage really is the intonation. If you're unfamiliar with setting a guitar up and you haven't seen any other videos on it, basically what we're looking for is when you play an open string, like this is an open E, as it shows you on the tuner, and that's just at the right pitch as an open string. What we need to do is when you press that string at the 12th fret, we need it to tune exactly the same. So I'll just drop that down just in case you missed that. Just do that again just in case you missed it. So that's the open string, and it's going to about the 0 mark. It can be a bit more accurate with a digital tuner rather than this kind of tuner. But what we want is when we press the 12th fret on that same string. Again, I'll just see if I can this so you can see it. When we press the 12th string, if you can see there, that's a lot sharper than the open string. So what we need to do, we need to adjust the bridge now to get those two to be giving us the right reading. So I'm just going to turn this screw on the bridge there, being careful not to catch the body. I'm just going to pull it towards the back of the guitar, turning it clockwise. And then we need to check again, so we'll retune to the open and then check it again at the 12th. So we can still see that's pretty sharp still. So again, we'll bring this. I'll try a different screwdriver this time. That one seemed to not fit very well. So we're pulling this back towards the bridge. We'll take it quite a lot because I probably know from experience it needs to come back quite a bit. So again, the E string, that's open, and then on the 12th fret, right, that's a lot closer now. The spot on there on the 0, pressing the 12th fret, and there's a little bit of waggling about. So you can hear it as well, audibly. My hearing's not good enough to say whether that's slightly flat or slightly sharp. I'd say possibly slightly sharp, so I'll just take that back a little bit and try again. That sounds better to me. Let's get it to the correct pitch again, and then the 12th fret. Well, that's even worse. So obviously my sense of musicality isn't that good. We rely on the readings. Yeah, so that's telling me it's still sharp. So I'll pull it towards the back of the guitar again, the saddle, and I'll go on what I can see rather than what I can hear. Okay, that's open, and that's your 12th fret again. It doesn't seem to be making a great deal of difference at the moment. And I'm about as far back there on the bridge as I can get, to tell you the truth. Well, I'm still saying it's quite sharp. It sounds flat actually. It's saying it's sharp, but it sounds flat to me. That's just me. Well, what I'll do, not getting that, maybe it's me that's doing something wrong. I'm not an expert at this, so I'm going to take it further forward and start again. Loosen that right off. I'm not sure if the bridge has got, the bridge saddle got stuck in a certain position then. Interesting. Whatever I seem to do doesn't seem to make that much difference. Maybe it's because it's a cheap bridge. Okay, let's try a different tactic. Let's go on to the E string I'll accept failure with the bottom E for the time being. Let's see if we can get the top E. So that's a lot closer. I'd say that's pretty much spot on actually. I'll try the B string. Okay, so that one's slightly sharp. So if we feel it should want to come back a little bit. If you look at the configuration of most setups, it's usually the top E, the B and the G coming back on a slight angle there, and then the other one's a little bit further back on a similar angle. So if we end up with something like that, I don't think it'll be too bad. It's sharp. Let's just see which way it's actually going. Still staying it's sharp. Strange. It's going sharper. where to go. Bloody sharp. So let's go to the extreme. See what that does. So I've discovered a slight issue with the springs when the guitar is being played. There's some rattling coming from in this cutout. So what I'm going to have to do, what's happening is the springs are touching the cutout, because I'm not sure if the trem block is a little bit shallower than the original one. So I'm basically going to have to take a chisel and chisel some of this this out here. It's taking this little area down there. That seems to be where it's catching. A little bit extreme, I know, but probably the simplest way to do this and quickest. Or something like a decent guitar, a Strat or something, the Fender Strat, should I say, will probably be more inclined to put a different bridge in it with a deeper block, so that I don't have to do this and spoil the instrument. But Bob a spin back in now and just see if that's giving me the clearance that I need. The twang in there is the string itself on the fretboard. What I can do is I'll just lift that spring up slightly as well, if it won't stay up. I'm going to have to take a little bit more off. Come a little bit further back, maybe to about there. Again, struggle a little bit to get these springs back in. Okay, right, yeah, that seems well clear now. Okay, I think we're pretty good to go now with that. Let's get that other spring back on. Hopefully that's sorted that little problem. as well clear that one. Yeah, that seems to have sorted that, so that's good. Right, the next problem I have, I'll just put this back. I don't think I'll need to access the back anymore, so I'll just put the back plate back on. Right, okay, so we need to now have another look at this. I'm going to strip the pick guard back off. I'll do that off camera, there's no point watching him screw on the pick guard again. So I've got this plugged into the amp at the moment, and you can see the neck pickup, with the bridge pickup, middle pickup. I'm getting something on the middle switch for this area, but on that bridge pickup, on the neck pickup, sorry, not getting anything. So just had a look. Just unplug that for a second. Just had a look on the back, and they do have a loose wire which is just there. Now that should be soldered onto that pot. So I think what's happened is it's obviously come away. Probably totally my fault because I soldered the thing on. So what I'm going to do is see if I can get that fixed on there and see if that's sorted the problem. I'm pretty sure when I wired this I did twist all these wires together, so that's obviously come astray at some point when I did that. I'll tell you what the problem was as well, that the wires are a little bit short to this neck pickup, and it's probably pulled off actually as I've been putting it into the body itself. So hopefully that's what's causing problems. Okay, I'll have to put the old spectacles back on for this one. Let's see if this is warmed up now. Let's get some solder working on it first. Where we got it last? Okay, so that's back on. Let's see if it's made any difference. I'll try not to break it off this time. I'll bob the amp back in. Oh, and there we go, look. Excellent. So, quite a lot of buzzing and what have you going on, but we've got right now. I've got to get this back on now without. So another day has dawned, and I came back again and just checked the intonation again. It was thereabouts, but I wasn't 100% happy with it. And what I've had to do is I've had to, as you can see on the top E string, the spring is behind the saddle. And in order to get the intonation on some of these other strings more like spot on, I've had to take the springs off and put them in the back of the bridge plate. Whether strictly this is right, I don't know. I did buy a Squire, which well, hopefully I'll have a video coming up shortly about me refurbing that one. And I did have a Squire where the springs were actually behind this plate. The only other way I could think around it is it's as though the whole bridge probably wants to go back towards the, you know, away from the neck and towards the back of the guitar, in order that I can you know, get the springs back into where they needed to be. That would mean obviously removing the screws, bringing the bridge back, and any problems that might be associated with that. Probably have to fill all these screw holes and then re-drill and set it back. So that might be something to do another time. But for the time being, the intonations, I'm happier with it now than I was when I did it previously. So yeah, there we go. I think that this is about probably about as far as I can go with this project at the moment. Whether I come back and do anything else on it, I'm not sure, because of the paint job, which I don't consider particularly great. I did consider whether it would be worth making this more of a relic type project. Like I said, I do have some issues with how the paint's gone. If you watch some of the earlier videos, you'll have seen probably me describing the problems I've had. So yeah, possibly it might look okay as more of a relic type of thing. So so there we go for the time being, and hopefully if I get chance, I might put a video after this series of this bad boy getting played. So anyway, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this with all the problems and the trials and tribulations that I've had doing it, please subscribe, press the like button and the bell button, and hopefully you'll be notified when I upload another video. So thanks very much again for watching.